With the orcs' help, Cairne and his Bloodhoof tribe were able to drive back the centaur and claim the grasslands of Mulgorn for their own. For the first time in hundreds of years, the Tauren had a land to call their own. Upon the windswept mesa of Thunder Bluff, Cairne built a refuge for his people where Tauren of every tribe were welcome. Over time, the scattered Tauren tribes united under Cairne's rule. There are a few tribes who disagree about the direction their new nation should take, but all agree that Cairne is the wisest and best suited to lead them towards the future. Rexxar and his companions were tasked by Tagar with driving the stone-taloned harpies away from the Taurens' Kodo herds, for the foul creatures were slaughtering them and leaving their bodies to rot. Mulgorn was also home to a large group of centaur who had captured Bane and thrown Cairne into despair. With the help of Bovan Wind Totem, Rexxar rescued Bane and brought the Tauren back into the Horde. The city of Thunder Bluff lies atop a series of mesas that overlook the verdant grasslands of Mulgorn. Once a nomadic people, the Tauren recently established the city as a center for trade caravans, traveling artisans, and inventors of every kind. The proud city also stands as a refuge for the many hunters who stalk their dangerous prey through the Barrens and its surrounding areas. Long bridges of wood and rope span the chasms between the mesas, and each mesa is topped with tents, longhouses, colorfully painted totems, and spirit lodges. The mighty chief, Cairne Bloodhoof, presides over the bustling city, ensuring that the united Tauren tribes live in peace and security. Thunder Bluff is the first city of its kind. For centuries, the Tauren wandered the plains as nomads, unable to claim a permanent home. All Horde visitors are welcome here, and the expertise of the Tauren in professions ranging from leatherworking to shamanism, druidism to hunting are all practiced and taught here. Unfortunately, the central location of Thunder Bluff also makes it easily accessible to members of the Alliance. In order to gain access to Thunder Bluff, visitors must either ride wyverns to the top of the 4 towering mesas, use the zeppelin from Ogrimmar, or be lifted via rope and wood elevators from the foot of the bluffs, an invention unique to the Tauren. Sometime prior to the Lich King's awakening, Thunder Bluff's pools of vision became haunted by an element rumored to be summoned by Magata. The city was visited by Rhaegar Earthfury and his 2 gladiators, Brawl and Logosh, who destroyed the element and eventually escaped from slavery. A human assassin from Assassin's League also visited Magata in order to learn the location of Logosh. Thunder Bluff was enveloped by the mists of the nightmare, but Malfurion's Stormrage was also able to find Bane in the city and recruit him into the Dreamform army. The city was attacked by furious elements, but the attack was repelled. Following Cairne's death in a duel with Warchief Garrosh Hellscream, Thunder Bluff was briefly seized in a coup by Magata Grimtotem and elements of her tribe. Thunder Bluff became sabotaged by the Grimtotem clan assassins. Their targets were experts in weapons, powerful druids or shamans. They headed to the Spirit Rise, where the Skychaser clan's members were all murdered. The Forsaken below were supporting the Grim Totem, thus they needn't be worried. The Hunters of the Hunter Rise were also killed, and some others who could lift a weapon were also killed to strike fear to remaining Tauren. The reign of Grim Totems was short-lived. Thanks to the effort of Jevon Grim Totem and Jaina Proudmoore, Bane was able to rally an army and buy weapons needed to defeat the Grim Totem in Thunder Bluff. In retaliation, Cairne's son, Bane, launched a brilliant counterattack using a fleet of zeppelins. After he strategically divided Magata's forces, Bane recaptured Thunder Bluff and assumed his role as the High Chieftain of the Tauren. Having recovered from the recent unrest, the capital is once again a bastion of peace and security for Kalimdor's Tauren. Magata and her loyalists were sent to exile. Jevon became the leader of the Grim Totem, who remained with the Horde, and he remained in Thunder Bluff. Bane now rules the Tauren from the High Rise. New shamanistic tribe, the Cloud Song, replaced the murdered Skychaser tribe. Thunder Bluff was attacked by Infernals, and appeared in the Emerald Nightmare with the rises being shattered and the city floating on its sides. After the Argus campaign and the Orgrimmar parade, Thunder Bluff hosted the war chief Sylvanas Windrunner and several representatives of other Horde races to speak about the tragedy in Silitus on the behest of Archdruid Hamul Runetotem. Soon after, they were joined by Magni Bronzebeard, who warned the Horde about the injuries of Azeroth. Thunder Bluff held a feast for the Highmountain Tauren from Highmountain on the Broken Shore. The whole city was celebrating with fireworks until it was attacked by the minions of the old gods, who sensed Spirit Walker Ebenhorn. They trapped the city civilians with the void power, turning them unresponsive. The city was defended by Horde adventurers, Cairne Bloodhoof, his personal guards, as well as the city guards who killed the void minions, and their leader, Kitalak. Tauren warbraves were sent from the city into the Barrens. After Bane was rescued from the Underhold by Thrall and Jaina, they feared Sylvanas would burn Thunder Bluff, like she did Teldrassil. It was also attacked by malevolent spirits from the Shadowlands, but successfully defended by Bane and the Tauren hero. The citizens of Thunder Bluff would support Varrock Saurfang in his revolution against Sylvanas, though Bane's wounds would force him to remain within the city, rather than march to Orgrimmar by Stormfang's side. G. Firepaw, Asa Cloudsinger, Mela Highmountain, and their forces would reinforce the city's defenses in case Sylvanas launched a counterattack. During the conflict, Saurfang challenged Sylvanas to a Mak'gora, which ended in his death, and Sylvanas' abandonment of the Horde. A stunned Lor'temar ordered for champions to report what had transpired to Bane. With Thunder Bluff no longer under the threat of an attack by Sylvanas, the reinforcements left the city as Bane, G, and Mela traveled to Orgrimmar to attend the funeral of Varrock Saurfang. Bane Bloodhoof and Mela Highmountain were in the city when the Mossworn attacked and captured Bane.
Hey, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you click the like button so I can feel all mushy inside. Also, click the subscribe button while you are there, and then since you are on such a clicking roll, why not click on another awesome video that is already loaded up right here. You don't even have to watch it, just let the video play at 1% while you eat your sushi or something.